everybody, I hope you're having a great day. The original video that I uploaded, YouTube said it was too long, so I'm gonna have to kind of keep this short, sweet, and to the point. So what you're gonna do when you have a systems of linear equations, basically what a systems of equations are a collection of two or more equations or linear equations as the case may be, and you're trying to find one joint or joint answers, solutions that satisfy both equations or all of the equations that are in the collection of the system. Okay, so for today only, you're going to have, I'm going to keep everything in terms of y equals mx plus b. That's not always going to be the case when we graph, but we will continue, we'll work on that as we progress throughout the week. So the first thing you're going to do is take a look at your, there we go. Okay, you're going to take a look at your equation. First thing you're going to do is you're going to look at your y-intercept. Start at the 0, 0, the origin, and you're going to go down 3, plot the point. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to look at your slope. Remember, this is your slope right here, the m. And it's the y over x. In this case, it's a -2 over 1. You could also write it as 2 over -1. It will still give you the same thing. We might need to use both, we might not. So if we look at here, we've got, this is the rise, the up and the down. So it's -2, -2 is going to be down, and then the 1 is positive, so that's going to go to the right. So we would travel 2 down, 1 to the right. So if I go 2 down, 1 to the right, plot a point, 2 down, 1 to the right, plot a point. I would like, if possible, to have more than 3 or 4 points. So because of that, I am going to actually use the equivalent slope. So this would be 2 would be +2, -1 would be to the left. So we're going to go up to the 1, to the left 1, and plot a point. And we're going to continue to do that. Okay, and you'll start to see a line form. Go ahead, grab a straight edge and connect. You want to make sure that you have arrows on the both ends. And one of the things that I haven't really been too specific on, but I do want you to start, especially as we're going into systems, is you will have to label the line. But because we don't know if and when the two lines are going to intersect, I'm going to hold off on that for the time being, and I'll do that at the end when I know where the two graphs, or where the two lines are going to graph. Okay, so we're going to move on to our second, y equals 3x plus 7. Here is our y-intercept. So we're going to go +7, start at the origin, count up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's at the very top. And then we're going to look at our slope. Our slope is 3 over 1. Or we can make an equivalent, just similar to what we did here. We know that a positive divided by a positive is a positive, but we also know that a negative divided by a negative will simplify to a positive. So in this instance, we could use 3 over 1 or -3 over -1. So -3 is going to be a down, and -1 is going to be to the right. So we're going to go 3 down, 1 to the right. Right, 1, 2, 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3, or excuse me, to the left. 1, 2, 3 to the left. Okay, we've got a couple of arrows. Did I say right, guys? Left. Okay. We're going to draw our lines. Now we do see an intersection. Before I forget, I am going to label, now that I know the intersection is here, I'm going to label just down here, y equals 3x plus 7, and then I'm going to label this blue, y equals -2x minus 3. Okay. The next thing that we do need to do is we do need to be clearly identifying what the solution is to this system. So I am going to circle the intersection, and I am going to I'm going to label it on the graph, and then I'll label it off to the side. So if I look, we have got 1, 2, we've got -2 and +1. So our solution is going to be point -2, 1. Okay. All right. So the next one that we have is these two equations right here. Okay. I'm going to leave this up for you guys so that you can try it out. If you guys have any questions, I will be around. I'm trying to keep the video as low as possible, or as short as possible so that we can upload this. Here is the second one, and all of this work is the blanks and the written copies are all on Schoology. So the first page is going to be the blank. The second page is going to be this exact page, actually. Okay. And then the last one, I just wanted to touch base with you on this. When we graphed the two equations, if you notice, they have the slopes are the same. So what that means when the slopes are the same, it means that they're parallel and there's no intersection, therefore there's no solution. And this is kind of connecting back to in the beginning of when we started the 8th grade material, how we talked about variables on both sides, and we did one solution, no solution, infinite solution. So this would be an example of a no solution if the lines are parallel. Okay, if you have any questions, I will be around to answer anything that you need. Have a good day. Oh, and at the end, there is a couple of, I believe there's 5 multiple choice check-ins just to kind of check to see how you're doing. 2 attempts, I'll take the highest score, and if you have any questions, I'll be around. Bye guys.